My friends, my amigos, my schmigos, Shane here. And today we tackle part 3 of my 5-part series on fixing the housing market. Onward. Okay, bring you up to speed on my plan to fix the housing crisis. We're talking about our metaphorical shower and converting it into a tub from the bottom up. So if you haven't watched the prior video, you can click here or link down below. Onward to increasing the housing supply. And I'm not talking about those fresh new homes coming on the market. We're saving that for another video. Today we're talking about the availability of existing homes. See, if we were able to slow down the rate of home sales, then we'd have more homes or water in the bottom of the tub for buyers to access. And how do we add more if the faucet's turned off? Well, get your buckets. We need a big, hot, steaming basin of housing goodness to be poured in. Imagine all those old-time westerns where they took water from the well, boiled it up, and tossed it in that giant metal tub for that grizzly old prospector or that handsome Clint Eastwood. For us, that's more like adding more existing homes to the available inventory so we can start to meet demand and start equalize the supply-demand equation, which is out of whack right now. It's like washing your body with your hand instead of a washcloth. Just doesn't make sense. I'm a loofah guy. And where do all these extra homes come from? Yep, it's all about current homeowners. At the moment, there are only a few incentives for sellers to actually sell their homes, aside from, more pressing reasons like relocation or right sizing or job transfer, etc. And those incentives are typically capital gains exclusion of $250,000 and $500,000, going to a 1031 exchange for investors, or the ability to transfer their tax base to a new home if they qualify. And those are good, but obviously not strong enough to encourage more homeowners to sell, risking not finding a new home to move into in such a competitive market. So, what's the plan? Glad you asked. First, let's raise the capital gain exemption to today's standard. Home prices have risen so fast that exclusion needs to rise with it and make it responsive to each county's median home price. That way, a seller in Los Angeles will get proportionally the same benefit as someone out here in the greater Palm Springs area. Second, extend the 1031 exchange window from 6 months to a full 12 months and relax the like-kind restrictions, making it easier for investors to trade up. The thinking is to encourage investors to essentially trade up their single-family and multifamily unit complexes into apartments or commercial buildings, freeing up more single and multifamily homes for ready, willing, and able buyers. Next, I bring down the age range in Prop 19 from 55 to 45 to capture those empty nesters, right-sizers, and young pre-retirement sellers. Instead of making them purchase the same or less expensive home, give them a larger allowance, like 125% of value or something. Lastly, give sellers a direct incentive to sell to first-time homebuyers, like a reduced franchise tax fee or a robust tax credit, or dare I say, even a direct payment. This would be a great twist on our typical buyer incentives, much like soap on a rope. Maybe something like a $20,000 first-time buyer grant where $15,000 goes toward buyer down payment, and if the seller qualifies, the seller gets an additional $5,000 escrow credit. Give the seller some incentive to get those homes on the market faster. Back in the day, a homeowner would sell about every 5 years, and then it went to 7 years, and now it's working toward 10 years plus. We need to reverse this trend if we want more existing homes to become part of that big tub of available inventory. Now you're going to say, but Shane, the sellers don't need any more money. They're getting too much already. Well, homeowners control the inventory. So if we want to sweeten the deal by giving them some limited time incentives to fill the tub, then it doesn't seem so bad. And if the government can send out first-time buyer incentives, then maybe they can do something to pump up the supply side by encouraging those sellers to get off the fence and get into the market. And lastly, you're thinking, what about that large investor or shadow inventory? Those foreclosure homes which are in the hands of the banks and institutions but not yet on the market. Well, in my plan, it's in those companies' best interest to get those homes on the market as soon as possible to take advantage of our current home values. The longer they wait, the worse it gets for them. So dropping any inventory into the tub right now is a win-win, like rosé and bubble bath. With the steady decline in foreclosures over the last 10 years, there's not much out there, but every bit counts. All right, so we've covered how to get more water into the tub the old-fashioned way. Let's see about replacing that low-flow shower head with a Raging Waters mega faucet to get this tub filled even faster. So hit that like button and head on over to part 4. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a Palm Springs day.